Boom and good evening, boys and girls. Yeah, I was just making sure that I'm off mute. Where's my little mouse gone? There we go. Lovely, jubbly, and boom, done. Right, good evening. Welcome to this week's kind of new look live show, rum show combined into one. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully these shows, these Sunday night live shows are going to get even more entertaining, even more educational. But here's a word for you, even more experimental, because there's some cheeky little riffs coming in here from what I've kind of been doing on Thursday nights with my rum show. And kind of been doing on Sunday nights with my live show. It's kind of like mashing them up together with little tangents going off to one side. So that is what you're in store for tonight. We are, before my chat is going wild there, I'll say hello to people in a minute, but coming up, just for you guys that may watch this on the rerun, may listen to this as a podcast in the not too distant future. That's coming to YouTube very, very soon. Coming up into tonight's show, I'm going to be taking a cocktail from this book, actually, Tropical Cocktails, and I'm going to be we're going to be making it as is from the recipe there, but then part of the experimental part of this, we're going to be using, well, I'm going to be flipping out with different rums just to see what kind of effect the rum has on the cocktail. So that's coming up in part one. Part two, we're going to have a little deep dive. This is where the rum show kind of comes in. The Thursday nights, we're going to be diving into a different brand each week, or rum or product or whatever. This week we are going Doorlys, so I'm going to have a quick overview. Can you see all those up there? The 3-year-old, the 5-year-old, and the 12-year-old. They are the only sort of 3 Doorlys that I've got. So I'm going to be sort of having a little tasting, little review, telling you a little bit about it in my very, very limited knowledge. So that's sort of part two. Part three is each week I make my members cocktails. I'm going to pick one, probably two. We should have time to do two each and every week. So I've got 2 cocktails ready to go from my membership community. We've got Trevor V and we've got Ross Barbanator in my kind of deals on wheels kind of bloke. We've got 2 of their cocktails coming up. And then at the end of the show, questions, banter, ripping the Michael, whatever we want to say. I've got a little thing here for you. This is how it's going to roll. It says very, very loose. Look at that. Very, very loose schedule there. So hopefully by sort of 10 past, I'll be rocking into the cocktail. About 8:30, 8:40-ish, we'll be diving into the rum. Half an hour, 45 minutes or so. And then 9:15-ish, the cocktail. So that's hopefully how this is going to roll tonight. We shall see. So who's in? Who's in the old chat? Let's go backwards to forwards. Hey, Nick. Hey, Brian. Hey, Andy. Claire. Aaron. Gaz. Kevin. Ross. Ross is here. Kevin again. Steve. I don't know what that is. That's Steve. That's a little emoji that I don't know. Hey, Steve. Hey, Windy. Al Ho. What's that? Oh, we've got a nice bit of... what's the word? Can't even think what the word is there. What's the word? I can't. What am I looking at? That thing. What's that called? What do we call? It's like a bot. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't even think of that. And of course, we've got Trevor X. Let's flipping well go. There we go. Oh, is that a bit small? I've changed that. Hang on. Do we want... These look better. That looks better. Yeah, let's do that's better. That's where we were. Right. So, as I say, no one's giving me any banter yet. Happy New Year. Lots of that. I think it's just a lot of Happy New Year's coming in. Hey, Pat. Hey, Darren. How are you? Right. So, without further ado, let's kind of dive into the cocktail. See, I did say very loose cocktail. You know, I did say sort of say 10 past or so. It might take a couple of minutes to get into it. It might just take however long. We shall see. So tonight, Trevor's already given me banter because he's a bit upset because he hasn't picked the cocktails tonight. So he's like, oh, when was the last time lemon juice ever worked in a cocktail? So, you know, he's already got his Debbie Downers on, thinking that this cocktail won't work. But I've picked the cocktail tonight, so we know it's going to be a banger. All right, I don't leave when I let other people pick the cocktails. There's some sketchy stuff coming in. You know, it may not work, it may work. We never know. But when I'm in charge, we know it's going to work. So the cocktail. This is the book. Can we see that? I forget who's this by. Completely forget. Kelly Yeah, I'm not even going to say hip hula Riley and trader Tom Morgan. So it's a really cool book. It's a little bit different to Smuggler's Cove. Really, really like that. And we are going for page 76, I think it is. Yeah, page 76. And we're going to do the Kava. Can we see that? I might need to get in front of the camera to do that. We're going to be doing that. The caveman grog. Caveman Kava grog. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. I've got the little ingredients. I'll flash them up on screen. That is what the cocktail sort of looks like. As someone said, was it Kay or was it Clay? He looks a bit stone-faced. One or two. Very good banter. Very good. So that's the cocktail. So let me put the ingredients up. Oh, hang on. The chat's going wild again. Trevor's, oh, yeah, look, what's he saying? Drinks was so bad last week. Steve had to change the show. Yeah, I forgot who picked the show. Who picked the drinks last week? Oh, it was Trevor, wasn't it? It was the hangover stuff. Yes, there we go. Keep the gin out of the way. Yes, and as always, smash. I always forget to ask that before I go any further. Smash that like button. Thank you very much. And if you feel like sharing, do we actually share stuff anymore? I haven't shared anything for flipping ages. I think sharing stuff went out. Bearing in mind, I haven't logged into Facebook for about 3 months, 6 months. I don't know. I don't use Facebook. So where do we share stuff to? I don't know. So don't worry about sharing, but smash the like button. That'll be awesome. And I have a rule as well. I can see the numbers on here. I have a rule, right? If you are watching and you've never commented before, dive into the comments. Say hello. Just say your name, where you're from, why you're watching, etc., etc. We want to hear from you. We want to make you rum friends. So as well as smashing that like button, just dive into the comments. Say, hey, Steve, or hey, Trevor, or hey, Kevin, or flirt with one of the girls, whatever. Just dive in and say hello. All right, so the cocktail. There is the Caveman Grog. Tropical Cocktails, page 76. So to dive into this, we are going to need, so it starts off with dark Jamaican. I think that's exactly what it says there. So dark Jamaican, I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to go Appleton 12-year-old for this to start off with. Hello, silent watchers. So then it does actually call for pusses. I've put pusses there, but I've got navy rum there. So I'm just going to use standard 40% or 80 proof pusses for this. Nothing kind of too strong. Because I've got a couple of little riffs as they come in. We want some triple sec. Well, I don't use triple sec. I'm still on this at the moment. I've got my orange liqueur, Fortunella. So triple sec, Cointreau, Grand Marnier, anything kind of like that. A decent sort of orange liqueur. Then we've got elderflower liqueur, which obviously coming from Giffard, and that's the kind of orange liqueur I will swap onto once that's gone as well. Claire's already made it. Claire's put hers in the Discord, in the pictures in the Discord, so I'll share that in a minute. So we've got elderflower, we've got some lemon juice, we need some pineapple juice, some passion fruit syrup. Well, I'm obviously going to use my ODK passion fruit puree that you can get from DRINKSTUFF, a dash of falernum, and cinnamon for the dusting. I'm gonna serve this one up properly, get a little photo, because I haven't got a proper photo yet for the thumbnail. So have we all got those ingredients? So I'll run you through that again. So we've got a dark Jamaican. It says navy rum, so we've gone pusses. I've just gone for the 40% pusses there. Triple sec orange liqueur, elderflower liqueur, lemon juice, pineapple juice, passion fruit syrup, and some falernum. So I'll pop those to one side. I'll get rid of the little thing off screen. One of the perks of the membership community, the members have obviously seen this recipe, so they've got it ready to go, or they've already made it, or whatever they've done. So that's part of the perks of being in the membership. Hey, Carl, how are you? I've just seen you come in there. Right, so this is Flash Blend. I haven't got my new blender yet. I'm going to wait for the January sales, so might get that in the next week or so. But I'm going to do my little blender. So ingredients, we are going 30 ml, 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum for this. There we go. So I'm just using Appleton 12 to start off with. Then we go for 30 ml of navy rum. And I will see the whole point of this. I'm going to talk about swaps in a minute, just to see how that affects the kind of cocktail. So I'm going to be using different rums in a second. So 30 ml of navy rum. From there, I think it's 15 ml of triple sec or orange liqueur, whatever you've got. So half an ounce of triple sec. Right, then we're going half an ounce, 15 ml of elderflower liqueur. I don't know if my Discord's going wild at the moment, so I don't know whether people are in there. What's that? Oh, that looks cool. Who's that? Oh, Claire and Trevor have used the same photo, used the same tiki glass. That's quite funny. So 15 ml of elderflower liqueur. We're then going 30 ml of lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice. Oh, look at that, bang on the money. We're going for 30 ml of pressed pineapple juice. Remember, this is just Tesco's in the UK, but all supermarkets sell that pressed stuff in the fresh aisle. You know, it's better than the stuff from concentrate, 100%. It tastes so much better. So just get that. Every supermarket sells it. It's like £1, £1.20, something like that. Passion fruit syrup. So this is kind of like the fruity mix, the puree, like the grey bottles of Monin, the white bottles of Real, stuff like that. You can use Monin, the bottled Monin syrups if you like, but these are kind of a little bit thicker in texture. So 15 ml of passion fruit syrup puree. And then the last bit is a dash of falernum. I don't know what a dash is, but I'm going just literally about 5 ml, which would be about a bar spoon. That's what I'm going for in there. So about 5 ml. Boom, that'll do. Bit more, little drop. Oh, and a little bit for me. Because that was a little bit too much. Oh, that's good. Oh, falernum and passion fruit. That's good. Right now, I put all the ingredients away. I'm going to make that again, but I've been very clever. I've already got it batched there. See, I know what I'm doing. Right, so we're going to flash blend. Crushed ice. People keep asking me why don't I use agitator cubes, because my blend is tiny, that's why. But if you've got, the whole point of agitator cubes is so it doesn't kind of go proper sort of slush puppy type thing. That's the whole thing, really. Right, I'm just going to quickly flash blend this about 5-6 seconds or so. Lovely, jubbly. And I'm actually going to serve it up in that. So it's tiki glass. I've got loads more crushed ice here. Fill it up there. Actually, big cubes of ice will work quite nicely. That'll do. Another couple of cubes. And then garnish. We've got one little bit left of the jigsaw. Garnish, we need a little bit of cinnamon on top. So I'm just going to dust with cinnamon. Nice bit of cinnamon there, lovely. And then we've got a pineapple. This is the garnish it calls for. A pineapple, a cherry. Let's pop that in there. And then I've actually got some pineapple leaves as well. I'm going all out because I want a photo, don't I? I want a photo very quickly. And I've got a whole mint bush, whole tree. Right, there we go. So that is our, what's it called? It's called the Caveman. I can't even say it. Caveman Quava? What am I calling it? The Caveman, what's it called? Kava Grog. Why can't I say that? Right. How does that look? That looks pretty awesome. I just need to come around and just get a photo. Excuse me for 2 seconds while we're just doing that. That'll do. That looks pretty. Right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Right. Lovely. Jubbly. Right. I can sync that now. So, what does this taste like? What have we got? What have we got? See, I knew it was going to be good. Trevor. Oh, see, when I pick the cocktails, they are proper banging. This is absolutely delicious. Kind of, the Jamaican rum does come out a little bit. I was toying with using the Hampden, even more sort of Jamaican funk on there. You can really sort of tell the navy kind of rum in there. Those sort of demerara and molasses notes coming out. I quite like that. A little bit tart because of the lemon. I'd actually say that's very well balanced, actually. If you've used a different, so if you've used Monin passion fruit syrup in the bottle, that may not be as tart as the ODK stuff. I've said this quite a few times. I think sometimes you have to kind of maybe balance this out with a tiny bit of sugar syrup, depending on the actual recipe. But as we've got a little bit of falernum in there as well, and a little bit of pineapple juice, that's okay. But if you don't have other sweetness to it, you might just have to add a tiny bit of sweetness to that. It's not proper out and out sweetness. It's plenty of punchy passion fruit, but not kind of the sweetness that you would get from like a Monin syrup. So I really, really like that. That's cool. Let's, Trevor's put it needs lime. Hey, Anne, how are you? Just coming in there. Did anyone get any blenders? Ash, hello, Ash. Steve, the passion fruit should have been, what? You wash your jigger out? Yeah, fair enough. Why? Trevor's put this would have been better with lime about 5 times because he wants to make the point, but there we go. Right. So let me just go in because I've got this all set up, ready to go. Let me just share the couple of photos that have come in for the Discord already. So this is Claire's, and this is what we're all giggling about. So Claire's made this. She's used gunpowder proof, and she's used Appleton 12-year-old. That's pretty cool. And then Trevor, Trevor's got exactly the same tiki glass. Look at that. That's really cool. Trevor's upped his photo game as well. Look at that. I like that. That's pretty good. And that's the ingredients he's used. So he's used Karuba, is it? So we don't get that in the UK. Giffard passion fruit syrup and is that syrup? Yeah, syrup. Sorry, and El Saint-Germain and gunpowder proof as well for the pusses. Awesome. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Right, we can stop hiding that. No one else has made this yet. So, do you know what? I really, really like that. May have been interesting to try that with lime, but you know, you got to crack some lemons out once in a while, haven't you? You've got to. Right. So what I'm going to do, I have I've prepped this up, and what I'm going to do, just for giggles, I am going to see. So the whole point, experimentation. This is kind of what I want to do because we were chatting in our sort of Discord. Windy, there's a few others in there. And a few other people have kind of like tagged on and following me because they like the experimentation. They like to kind of see what difference rums makes in cocktails. You know, a lot of us drink rum neat, but a lot of us love cocktails as well. And the big questions I always get is, can we use this rum instead of that rum and all this? The whole point is every rum, it's like whiskey, it's like vodka, it's like gin, everything. All rums taste different. So depending on what, Kay's just dropped in some photos in there. She's used is that Dead Man's Fingers skull glass. We'll share that in a minute. What it doesn't really, depending on the base rums that you use, will make the cocktail taste really, really different. So I have got I'm going to do 4 different riffs here. I'm going to do 2. Right, let's just go. Let me just blend this up again. Right. Quick little wrong thing. Quick little flash blend of that. Right, lovely, jubbly. Let's blend this. Oh, come on, blend. Right, lovely. Thought I broke my blender then. I was like, what's going on? Why isn't that working? Right. Nice. There we go. Lovely, jubbly. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play about with the base rums to start off with, just to see what difference this will actually make. So the first riff I've gone. But we kind of use Smuggler's Cove quite a bit in most of the cocktails. And the reason for that is Smuggler's Cove's got a very cool way of classifying different rums in the different categories. So basically the dark Jamaican that dropped in this cocktail, I kind of classified as category 3 rum. So now I'm going to kind of play about with this. So another category 3 rum for me. So I went Jamaican, but I actually want to see what El Dorado is like as a different sort of category 3 rum, if you like. And what was the other one I was going to use? I was going to use a bit of plantation in this as well. So the original kind of dark. So we've got 2 different rums, arguably 2 completely different styles of rums there. We haven't got the Jamaican funk at all. So what sort of difference does this make to the cocktail? Let's find out. So these are just going to be half cocktails. So it's done 15 ml of El Dorado 5-year-old and El Dorado and Plantation OD 15 ml of that. So that's that. So essentially a Guyanese rum, Demerara rum, and Plantation, which is, I always get this around the wrong way, it's Barbados and Jamaica in there. So even though it has got a bit of Jamaica in there, it's got nowhere near kind of the Jamaican funk that we have with like the Appletons with the Hamden. So now I need to kind of measure this out just very, very loosely because this is all done for science. Right, that'll do. 1. Perfect. 2. Right. That should be, actually it was 3. It was 3. What am I doing? Right, there we go. So 3. Boom. So this is the first one. I'll leave that straw in there. I might just kind of leave that to settle. Chill it down. So that's the first one. The second one I'm going to do completely different categories for this one. So I'm going to the first swap I'm going to do. I'm going to use Flor de Caña, 7-year-old in there. So this was category 4. So the category 4. So category 3, sorry, is a blended, is sort of lightly aged blended rum essentially. But category 4, I'm going for a column still. The Spanish style, we've gone for sort of English styles before, but kind of a Spanish style this time. So I'm going for 15 ml of Flor de Caña, 7-year-old, and I'm actually going. I've actually put Pampero down there in my notes, but I think so. Pampero is a swap out for sort of pusses in that kind of thing, or sort of dark rum. But I think I might sort of stick with this whole Spanish style for this. So I might go. I might go for the Añejo, Ron Cube. So we've got Nicaraguan, and I'm going to go Cuban. Just for giggles, I just want to see literally what difference these all make. So we've got 15 ml of Cuban rum. So essentially we've got a Spanish style of rum sitting there now. Right, let's measure these out again. Right, 1, 2, nice. 3, lovely jubbly. Right, stir that. Right, so that's that. All right, that looks a bit different, but we'll get there because there's a bit more frothing now. I'll top that up in there. Right, the third one I'm going to do, this is where we're going to get spiced rums out. Don't worry if you're spiced rum lovers. We're going to include the spiced rum in here. And I'm going to do 2 very different, but I'm just going to use 1 type of spiced rum in each. So, first off, sticking very, very loosely to the recipe. Obviously, it was kind of like dark Jamaican, English style, and obviously Navy style of rum in there. So the obvious swap straight away, I'm going for straight out 30 ml of Pusser's gunpowder proof spiced. So that's kind of a decent sort of spiced rum in there. Get all those lovely sort of Caribbean notes in the spices. And then what I thought I'd actually go sort of semi-flavoured rum. In my head, I've gone pineapple. So I've got pineapple grenade here. So Hursty's sort of pineapple grenade. And there is, very, very soon, the 2 Swallows pineapple coming as well, which is the lower ABV. So I've got 30 ml of pineapple grenade there. Right. Just to sort of see what difference this actually makes. Right, 1. I think I've messed up here. Massively messed up. So I know the measurements. Right. Hang on a second. We fluffed those lines, didn't we? I thought it was 2. Right. 1 of those. Din, 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 din. So, questions. Is there any questions firing on while I'm making this? I always like this in Steve's mug. Loads and loads of questions. Kay has DMF raspberry glass. Oh, is that what it was? Right, cool. Alan, hey, Alan. Right, I'll quickly bash on and make these just so I could kind of do that. Right, that was my, that's that. Elderflower, we've got the rum, we've got the passion fruit. Failed in the first hurdle, didn't I? Right, passion fruit is that. 2. Dash of falernum. There we go, that's for 2. Then we want, I'm doing this from here, didn't I? Doing this from there. Lemon juice. What's lemon juice for this? One of these. For lemon juice. I'm missing something. What am I doing? Triffers. Done. Pineapple juice. That's what we want. Pineapple juice. That's it, isn't it? Right, and that should. Oh, a little bit for luck. Pineapple juice. Right, boom. Bit of crushed ice. Quick blend again. We're back. Oh, wrong thingy. There we go. Right. Nice. Right. There we go. So, what did I do? I did 2 of those. And 1 of those. Nice. And 1 of those. Oh, just a bit over. Tiny bit left. Right then. So, we have got, let's just top that up a little bit. Just this little one here. Just that. There we go. Right then. So, going down the line. So again, coming back to this one. So definitely get the Jamaican notes out there. Definitely get those kind of the sort of the navy style of rum coming out of that. Kind of the lemon juice is kind of there, is quite tart, but fun, sort of fruity, not overly sweet at all. I would put that sweetness scales out of 10. I'd probably put that about a 6. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. 6. I don't think it would do any more. So first up, so this is the swapping. So we've got an El Dorado, 5-year-old, and Plantation OD in this. Wow, very different. Wow, the lemon, and I know that's the same sort of ratios and all that. The lemon is less pronounced in there. The rum, obviously, you haven't got the Jamaican notes from the rum, but it's almost like a sweeter cocktail because you've got that sort of the El Dorado, the real kind of Guyanese sort of rum that's coming up there. And I have to say, I prefer that straight away to that. Right. Let's. Oh, I didn't do the cinnamon, did I? I didn't do the cinnamon. We'll have to do. Is that cinnamon? We'll have to do a little bit of cinnamon on top. There we go. Forgot the old cinnamon. Right. Bit of that. Bit of that. Bit of that. Go on. And a bit of that. Lots of cinnamon. That's all right. That will sit on top. That won't flow. Right. So this one, what was this one? Second one up. It's so Spanish style. We went Flor de Caña and we went Ron Cube. So we've got Nicaragua and Cuban rum in this one. Again, very, very different. It's almost lighter, like it's less body to the cocktail. And I would say, even though they're kind of 7-year-old rums, the rum doesn't really come through as much. You definitely get the sort of pronounced notes off this one. That's really fun to drink that. I really do like that one. This one's very, very different. It's got that kind of, the only way I can describe it, for those of you that watch some of my videos, the recent ones, where the Havana kind of gave it that sort of alcoholic bite of a kind of an aftertaste. That's kind of what I get off that. It's not as smooth and not as sweet as what that one is. Really, really nice. Do you know what though, to be fair, if I'm being honest, I still prefer both of those two over that one. I think you can't mistake the Jamaican funk off that. You really can't. Even though there's only 30 ml of Appleton in that, you really can't miss the Jamaican sort of funk off that. And a lot of people go for that. You know, a lot of people love that. I do. I really like some of the cocktails I've been making recently with the Hamden, the 8-year-old up there, have been amazing. But it's just something about this cocktail with these two that I really, really love. Right, let's go. So this one was, this was the Pusser's gunpowder proof. Right, spiced. Well, okay, so stronger straight away, but a more fun cocktail because you've got all those. So I get a little hint. Now this is really weird. I get really sort of big chocolate notes coming off that, and you don't. It's one of the notes in the spiced rum, but actually you don't when you're drinking it neat. I wouldn't say chocolate is one of those out there flavours of the neat spiced rum. It's very much kind of like the sort of fruitcake vibes you get off that, and then bits of sort of banana coming off it. This is sort of a really big sort of chocolate note coming off that straight away. Wrong hole. Oh, I'm fine, just wrong hole. I would love, if Mummy Barman's watching, she'll probably be watching The Masked Singer. I would love to kind of see which one she prefers off this. This would be kind of interesting. I love that. Do you know what? I'm still going that one. I'm still going the El Dorado and the Plantation OD. Right, I'll try not to stir all that cinnamon in here. So this is the pineapple grenade. So an overproof pineapple spiced rum. Still with the sort of salted caramel notes to it. Oh, wow. Totally and utterly different cocktail. Now more pineapple pronounced. And this is the weird, do you know what? This is completely the weird thing. I think, right, if this is quite funny, because if you're a bar, what's the time? That's fine. If you're a bar, right, and you put all these cocktails on a menu and different rums, but it's so the same thing on the menu, different rums, they all taste completely and utterly different. All right, it stands to reason that those two are going to, because of spiced rum and a pineapple rum. But even those three out and out sort of rums, completely different sort of vibes going on. I don't know which one to pick. I think, right, for fun and fruity, I would pick that. I do quite like this. That's got a nice kind of fun edge to it. I do really like that. But out of those three, for some reason, I'm not loving the Jamaican funk on this. But I absolutely do love it in this one. That is my favourite. So the Caveman I keep wanting to say Kava. The Caveman Caveman Kava Grog, flipped up with El Dorado 5-year-old and Plantation OD. That is my favourite. Big fan of that. That's really nice. And then I would go second. It's a tough call between these two, actually. Equal third and then fourth. So I'd actually put the original in fourth. Last, fifth, whatever you want to call it. So interesting. Right, what have we got going on in the chat here? So Aaron's probably... where was this? This was 10 minutes ago. Sorry, I've been really ignoring the chat here. So I'm going to fly through some of these comments here. Aaron's asked, is the recipe calling for category 3 and 4? No, it's calling, essentially, I've interpreted it to 2 category 3 rums, just different styles, a Jamaican and a Navy style. That's how I've interpreted the recipe. Scott's put, no, asked for 2. Yeah, sorry, Scott's there, answered it. Right, Trevor, Pusses. Oh, Pusses. No. Pusses is sort of category 3. It's blended. So Pusses is not column in that sort. So Pusses is category 3, and goes into sort of the what do we go? So I kind of call them. What do we call them? Sort of like a 3B, 3A, 3B. So yeah, I wouldn't put Pusses in category 4 at all. Right, Baba's car's getting a good splash. Karuba is category 5. See, this is the difference, right? So Appleton, right? So category 5 is what is black blended. Well, obviously the recipe did call for dark Jamaican. Now, obviously for me, the Appleton is actually category 3. Okay, so this is where me and Trevor have gone different. His Karuba is a kind of a black, dark, very kind of dark. Ours, not so much. Ours are pretty normal. Okay, so that's the difference. So again, different rums will give you very different finishes to it. What's going on there? Ash food. Ash has uploaded that. Right. Steve has gone speed serving mode. Right, Aaron, cheers. Right, brilliant. Let's just fly through all these. Sorry if I'm missing all this. All right, Kevin, question. This is what I like. So coming back to this old rule, if you've got a question, type it. So if I'm going to skim through these really quickly, big capital letters question there. Does the sprinkle of cinnamon make the drink taste different, or is it just the smell and the nose? I would say... by the time, if you stir it in, obviously it's going to make it taste different. This one I've tried hard not to kind of stir in because I put loads and loads in there accidentally. But obviously when you've got your straw and you're kind of doing that, your cinnamon's going to infuse with the cocktail. So essentially, yes, it is going to make a difference. You could use cinnamon syrup if you wanted to. That might have been a fun twist to that. Oh, hang on. What's Pat giving me banter for? Pat, so you're finally saying Guyanese rather than Guyanan? Yeah. I've missed that banter. Hey, Trevor V. So Trevor 2's in the house as well. Could you sell a cocktail of the week with 5 different flips? Yeah, exactly. See, why not? That's the whole point. That's what I'm kind of getting to. Obviously, Mummy Barman's watching The Masked Singer, so I doubt if she's even watching this stream at all. But if she is, I would love to get her take on this because that would be quite amusing. But yeah, so that's the thing, you know. All right, this recipe didn't come from Smuggler's Cove. It came from Tropical Cocktails. So we kind of had to interpret the categories, the different classifications of rum ourselves. And that's saying you would have just seen that between me and Trevor on there. You know, his Jamaican is a very different to what I've got there. I still even wouldn't use Hamden. I still wouldn't even call that in a black kind of. Oh, here she comes. She's here. Right. So, number 1. Chief Taster's in the house now, boys and girls. Right, number 1. Dun, 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 dun. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. So, just, yeah, as I say, I definitely, even if I used Hamden, I wouldn't come back and call that a dark blended rum. Obviously, as I say, we don't get Karuba in the UK. So that's the difference there. Can you taste the difference? Yeah, so you can taste the difference. Super palate is our Mummy Barman. Super palate. Right, hide that. Oh, right. She's got into the spiced rums now, so her eyes have lit up with the spiced rums. So I know what direction she's going in. I don't know. Which one's your least favourite? Let's go for that. That one, I think. The first one. So the one I picked most. Oh, did you? Yeah. So Mum's picked out this El Dorado. That's the one she doesn't like the most. No, yeah, no, not too. What about the original? No. So that's better than the original? Yeah. Right, okay. So the original, she's put that in last, right? Yeah. She then went El Dorado and Plantation OD. Second last. The tension is mounting. Third from last. Yeah. So Pussers, third. The Cuban. So the Flor de Caña and the Cuban in second place, and then Hursty's pineapple grenade favourites. That's your favourite. Lovely, thank you. do you want to pour them into one? She's off. So there we go. That's kind of this week. So hopefully that kind of works and kind of came across. I'm going to do this each week. Different cocktail each week. I've already got the next kind of 3 weeks cocktails ready to go, and kind of different rums that I'm going to be playing about with in that. But that's, you know, this is not me telling you how it is. This is me kind of doing the experimentation for myself as well, because I know I've got a lot of spiced rum fans. I know I've got a normal lot of rum fans here, and we all love completely and utterly different things. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that was the Barbados. A Guyanese one, sorry. I really like that. That's my favourite. Right. Diving into the comments. But Stiggins. What Stiggins? And try it with Stiggins. Yeah, I could have done Stiggins. Hey, Dan, how are you? Happy New Year. Right, that's where we go. Right, Mummy B knows what she's talking about. Could we have the different rum lists too? What do you mean, Claire? Different rum... What I've just done, or I don't know what you mean by that, Claire. Let me know what you mean, because if I think it's I've just realised the music's still on. Hang on, let's get rid of that. If it's what I think, then it's already done. But just let me know what you mean by different rum lists, because I think if you're just talking about these cocktails, then yeah, I'll cut and paste it in the Discord. But if you're meaning something else, I think I've already got that. Right, so yes, so we could do all the riffs. Right, so yeah, I'll do it after you would have got that. I'll do it after the show for you, so I could put that in there. Right, So what I forgot to do, because I was going to try and chapter this up, that was what I was supposed to show for the first bit, because I've got all these cool new graphics and all that. So we did that for the first bit. So what I'm going to come on to now is this, the rum review time. Are we on time? What did I put? Hang on a second. 8:40. Look at that, Kevin. Kevin, look at that. That's without me even looking at the time. Look at that, 8:40. How do we like that, apples? So I've got about 35 minutes for this. Nice. Nice. So I'm quite impressed with that. Let me know what you thought of that. In any ways you would like me to improve that going forward. As I say, it's the first time I've kind of done that. And I really wanted to do it for myself, let alone just to showcase it for you guys. There are so many different rums I could have done here. So many different. You could have done like literally 50, 60 different riffs on that. But just wanted to kind of showcase, start to get it through to. I'll probably use different rums each week, but I just kind of want to get it through to you guys that, especially the new people on the rum journey as well, that, you know, rums really do make a difference. They really, really do make a difference, depending on what rums you've got there. So, what a mug on that. I used a splash of cinnamon syrup. Oh yeah, Kay. Right, sorry, I'll just quickly dive into this. I said, I can't stick to my times, can I? I've got to run over. Of course we have. So, Kay, this is Kay's cocktail. So she's used the OVD. She's used a Dead Man's Fingers cherry. Is that? I forget what that is now. But the whole thing there, cherry cup, bit of pusses, lovely jubbly. Is that Kay as well? Yeah, it's Kay. We've got two there. Nice. Kay's on it. And this is Ash. Ash has got, I don't know what the hell that is. Is that curry? Or Chinese? What? Oh, it's Chinese. Look at that. and that, look, there we go. Look. Whee! On the big screen, we like that. Lovely, jubbly. Right, hide, unmute. So let's get back to the old rum review. Boom, boom, boom. And as if by magic, by the time I bring this out, we should be set up with, yeah. Look at that, Doorlys. So, Doorlys, this week's rum review. The Doorlys haven't sent me anything. I'm pretty open and honest when I do stuff and say thank you for sending me bits and bobs. This has been behind my bar now ever since I pretty much started the rum journey, to be fair. And I thought, do you know what? I haven't actually given them that much love. I've kind of forgotten about them, to be fair. There's other rums. There's so many. So, you know, when I try rums, I'm like, oh, you know, doing cocktails and all this, right? I need to give Lost Years some love because that was a great rum. So I need to use their rum in cocktails. Pussers, you know, Plantation, the Flor de Cañas. I haven't even done the Flor de Cañas yet. So I thought, you know what, Doorlys, let's kind of, excuse me. Trevor's got me on a big TV as well, Trevor V. I thought, let's do Doorlys. So to start off with Doorlys, I've very limited knowledge of this. I haven't got too much. I can find out bits and bobs for you, but that's not the point. I don't want to give you too much knowledge. I want to kind of give you the tasting and prices and all that sort of stuff. So what have I got to tell you? So very, very quickly, Doorlys. It's a Foursquare brand. Foursquare as in Richard Seal. So you've got the Foursquare rums in its own right. You've got the real McCoys. You've got Doorlys. You've got a few other brands as well that I'm aware of coming out of there. Doorlys is, if I remember this rightly, was the first proper Barbados. I was going to say Bajan then, but I don't think they like the word Bajan. I've got it in my head that Barbados people don't like the word Bajan. But I don't know where that came from. I think I heard it somewhere. I think I heard it from a Barbados person. But anyway, basically it's a Bajan rum. It was one of the first. It was Martin. I've got this written down. I know I have. It was originally called Doorly Macaw rum, and as you can see, they've all got sort of parrots, macaws on the front of the bottles there. And that's that'll be my favourite because I love a blue hyacinth macaw. I don't think that's a blue hyacinth, but it's a blue macaw anyway. So we've got that there. So 1903, the distillery was started. Richard Seal and Foursquare bought it in 1993. So we've got, sorry, 1908 it was started as Doorly and Company, and then Richard Seal bought it out in 1993. And I think I've got this right as well. Again, this wasn't on the notes, but I think I've got this right. I think it was the first Barbados rum brand to be exported outside of Barbados. So long before like Foursquare rums and all that were exported into the big wide world. I think Doorlys was the very first. And I'm not saying that happened in 1993. I think it happened way, way, way before that. But I think they were the first sort of brands to be exported and of that. So what we've got a 3-year-old white rum here. This is the 40% ABV. As my Discord community will know, that I kind of did find that Master of Malt actually sell the 47%, I think it is. Did I get that right? 47, 46, whatever it is, 46, 47%. So we've got 2 versions in the UK. We've got the 5-year-old there as well. And then I've got a 12-year-old. Now, there are 2, if not 3 others in this kind of... hang on, Pat. I thought Pat might give me the knowledge, and no. So we've got 2 or 3 others in the brand. We've got an XO, which I think I was going to get. It's roughly about 30 quid a bottle, but I didn't bother get it. And they've got a 14-year-old. I have tried the 14-year-old, but again, you know, it's kind of an expensive rum. So I've lost my mouse. There we go. So the XO is roughly £36 a bottle. Logged out, 43%. Just very quickly, it's a blend of 6 to 12-year-old rum. And it's got a second aging in olive. So this is one for you, Wendy, as well. So the XO, the Doorlys XO has got a second aging in Oloroso casks, sherry cask finished. So 6 to 12-year-old rums. And then the 14-year-old is £60 and 48% ABV. I can't tell you any more about that because I haven't got a bottle and do that. So the only other point to tell you before I dive into these rums is that, as with all Foursquare brands, there is absolutely nothing added to them at all. Okay, so no sugars, no colorings. As far, I'm not sure how they sit with colorings and all that, because colorings are allowed for consistency. Obviously, no, not in that. But I would say not, but I don't know on that. But they're very proud that there's certainly no additives, sugar and all that wise. Foursquare do not do that. As we say, I've said time and time again, you are under law, especially in the EU, allowed up to 20 grams of sugar per litre in your rum for it still to be called a rum without it being cast as a spirit drink. But Foursquare are very proud in the fact they do not add any sugar whatsoever to any of their rums that they've got coming out there. So that's the point. Right then, so let's dive into the 3-year-old. Down here. So 40% ABV. As I said, there is a 47% one, and it's £28 a bottle logged out. So kind of a little bit expensive as a white rum. A little bit expensive, but you know, so you know, you've got. I'm assuming we're going to get. I've used this quite a bit. I've had a decent tasting. I'm assuming we're going to get a very different sort of golfing quality here, but when you're putting it up against your Bacardis, you know, for 14 quid a bottle, what else have we got? Your Ron Cube. Actually, as you know, as it came out on Thursday, it's a little bit more expensive. Your Florida Cania 4-year-old, again, 20-ish quid. You know, it's kind of a little bit expensive here. The thing I will say with that, do I need to? You can probably see that actually without me coming right up close. You see it's got that sort of haze to it. So it's kind of been filtered a little bit. But not too much. It's still got that sort of grassy hue to it. So it's not like, well, you're never going to get any colour off Bacardi anyway, because it's continuous still. It's just like, you know, there's no, Bacardi doesn't age at all. It's just going and going and going. So, right. Yeah, I'd be massively shocked if so Trevor's just put I'd be shocked if Seal uses colouring. I should have had that clarified actually, because for some unknown reason in my head, I think he's okay with colouring. I'm not saying he uses colouring, but I think he's okay with colouring because colouring doesn't add any flavour at all. But whether he uses it or not is another matter. So I don't know on that 100%. He's an ultimate purist. So part of me saying no, he's not going to bother. But I wouldn't mind betting you, you know, as a brand, you know, that has the 5-year-old for batch on batch, for year on year, kind of has to be. I'm not talking about his big Foursquare releases like the 60%ers, the 50%ers, the kind of limited releases, they won't be. But as a brand like this and the real McCoy, it wouldn't surprise me if a tiny bit of colouring's gone in there. But I don't know. He's very much a purist, so it could go either way on that. Kevin's got a question. When a brand does different ABV for the same drink in different countries, can we get them all, or is that not possible? It depends. It depends of importance. So we've seen over the last couple of days in the Discord that Master of Malt, for instance, do the two different Flor de Cañas, the 37.5% and the 40%er. We've seen they do the two different Doorlys 3-year-olds. They do the 40 and the 46. It just depends. Depends on the importer. There's no right or wrong with that. Some they may, some they might not. It's there's no right or wrong answer to that. Any other questions? Doorly has colouring added. Yeah, as a brand, it would surprise me if it didn't, to be honest, because it has to be consistent. Whereas the limited releases, the 4 squares and up there, no, they won't, because they are just one-offs. So as a brand, yeah. The real McCoy, I'll go out there and take a chance to say the real McCoy has got colouring added to it as well. So real McCoy is the step up from Doorlys, essentially. And then the step up from real McCoy is your 4 square brands. But obviously there's no colouring added to that. So what do we get from the 3-year-old? It doesn't, it's you can tell there's nothing added to it because it doesn't cling to the glass as like a rum with added sugar added to it. Smell wise, what have we got in the nose? See, I do kind of like this actually. I do. Toasted coconut coming off there. Little bits of banana, vanilla kind of hits you. It smells lovely. It does really remind me actually of the 3 stars, the plantation 3 stars in that. I would love to have I'd love to sort of smell and taste the 47% or side by side. That would be kind of interesting. Right, taste wise. A bit of so first up, when you let it sit on your palate, a little bit of peppery spice on there, a little bit of the alcohol burn, very mellow. The finish, I'd say the finish is quite medium. It's lingering around. It doesn't, actually it might be quite a decent. It's definitely a medium sort of finish. It's still there. The last year's one was a very short finish. It was kind of really tasty but gone. That's still there, coating my mouth. A bit of pepper. I do lose a little bit of those fruity sort of the coconut, the banana. I don't really get that in the taste. I've got the sort of peppery spice, a little bit of oakiness to it. There's not really much else to tell you in that. It's just really, really nice, drinkable. And we had this chat the other day. It's like, how many of you drink white rum neat? White rum, I think, is probably the people that will be tuning in to me. White rum's got that sort of, it's a mixing rum. It's a daiquiri, mojito, rum and coke kind of rum. Not many of us were drinking neat. I don't know why, because that's quite nice. But obviously, when you're drinking rums neat, they've got the barrel characteristics. They've got everything going on there. It's a completely different proposition. So I get why you'd probably drink like your aged rums neat and not so much the white rum. But why not? That's kind of nice. So that's really tasty. What I'm going to very quickly do for this, I just kind of want to do the whole sort of daiquiri challenge with this. Right, so very small one. There, where's my sugar? So tiny daiquiri. Right, so that, what's that? That was 15, 16. So I'm going to go 3 1/2 with the daiquiri. God, look at that. That'll all fit in the old jigger. Right, and that should be 20. So I've got a 3 1/2 daiquiri. Might need to touch more lime in there. I won't shake it. Put it there. Let's just do a couple of ice cubes. Right, and give it a quick stir. So got a little daiquiri going on. That'll do. Could have shaken it, but it's only going to sort of break up. The ice is going to break up, and you need to do daiquiris at full size. Oh, that's a very. Hang on, what's that? Trevor's shared, so I won't be able to read that. I can't see that, so I'll read that afterwards. But yeah, I can't see that. But it's a bit of history about Foursquare that Trevor's shared in the Discord for you guys. That's a very, very nice daiquiri. I wouldn't say it's the cleanest and crispest daiquiri that I've ever had. And I will, I've got a couple of videos, white rum videos, that will be dropping in January and early February, doing the head-to-heads to see how these come out now. But it is a very, very nice sort of daiquiri. Do like that. Oh, Trevor's having an argument with Windy. That's what I think. Trevor's trying to prove a point that for Richard Seal doesn't add sugar or colorings. We know he doesn't add sugar in, but colorings. I don't know. I'm not, as I say, I'm not getting involved in that argument. And say it wouldn't surprise me if there is a colouring in that, but I don't know. 100% I don't know. So what I'm just going to do now is the old rum and coke. Right. So because this would be the other serve that you would kind of do, a white rum and coke for this. A little bit there, a little bit of coke. Nice. That would need a magnifying glass. I can't. Joe, I've got it on the big screen and I still can't read it, let alone sharing it to the little screen there. So, decent rum and coke. Anne has just asked, the home bartender with Anne has just asked, which is the finished sherry cask. Sherry cask is the XO, Doorly XO. So the XO is a blend of 6 to 12-year-old rums. And then the final finishing is in Oloroso casks. All right, so that's the XO. I've never tasted the XO. I'll be honest. I have tasted the 14-year-old, but I've never tasted the XO. So I've got no idea on that one. Again, with the rum and coke, I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite rum and cokes either. It's kind of, you can always balance up with a bit more coke, but it's a little bit harsh in there. It's not like, I'll have another one of those. It's not. It's nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's not kind of. Yeah, it's. I'm not a huge fan of that, to be fair. If I did it, you'll see me rocking out properly exact measures in these couple of videos that I've got coming up when I film them. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting to see how that comes out in a blind tasting. Actually, that'll be really, really interesting. Right, let's do that. I want that. So we're moving on to yeah, going. So we've done that. I'm assuming Mo Kazan's here every week. So who else have we got on here? Forgetting who else is here. At the moment, it's just Anne. So go and sub at Anne's channel as well. Very different kind of channel to me. But go and hook her up as well. Home bartender with Anne. You can see her in the comments in there. And Anne, I don't know whether you could share your channel in our Discord as well. Right, so I'll save them for the old doing. I'll do this one for the tasting. I need to buy some more of these glasses. Right then, the 5-year-old, which may or may not have colouring added to it. Windy's gone really quiet now, so Windy's on the old interwebs, like trying to prove Trevor wrong. Oh, a bit banter. So the 5-year-old, what can I tell you about the 5-year-old? I'm not sure I can tell you anything different about the 5-year-old. 40% ABV. I didn't see a different ABV for this one, so I don't know whether the US has a different ABV for that. I've no idea. But also I can see it's a 40%er for that we get in the UK. Top cheese. It's top cheese. It's top cheese in the house. Welcome, top cheese. I can't see top cheese. I don't know what that means. Also, I can see is Trevor saying, welcome, top cheese. No, I can't. I don't know. If top cheese has done something, I don't know what he's done. Right. So this is £27 as well, if I've got that right. So this is actually, Master of Malt logged out. This is actually £1 cheaper than the 3-year-old, which I find quite interesting. Hello, Ant. How are you? Right. So £27 logged out. Let's have a little gander at the 5-year-old. I don't think there's even much information I can really tell you on the back. 5-year-old is classic spirit aged in American white oak casks, which results in a soft, gentle nose, deep colour, depth of character. Blum, blum, blum. Importer, yeah. Right, so on the nose of the 5-year-old. Right, now this is interesting because and bearing in mind, I haven't got massive knowledge. I'm at that point where I think I could probably pick in a blind tasting, blind nosing. I think I could probably smell. I could definitely smell a Jamaican. I'm assuming I could. Although someone would throw a spanner in the works and give me something that's like Jamaican but not Jamaican. I can pretty much pick a Jamaican. I can pretty much pick kind of Demerara, Guyanese sort of rum. And I can pretty much pick a Barbados rum, Bajan rum, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm in that. Trinidad, I still struggle with a little bit because they are kind of close to others, but I'm kind of getting it. This for me, if you know what a Bajan rum smells like, this to me is typical sort of Bajan rum. It's just got, I struggled to sort of characterize it. It's like a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of oakiness, a bit of citrus to it. But it's that whole sort of vanilla-y kind of citrus thing. I have top cheese. There we go. I have only seen the 5-year-old available here. Seems like this brand would be right up my street. I do tend to like Barbados rum. Right. So yeah, nothing I can really do. It's like for that. The best way I can describe it, for those of you that kind of love and know sort of Barbados rums, like all right, this is a league above it, but kind of that Mount Gay kind of sort of nose. For me, Mount Gay is unmistakable. It's not. It's not the best quality rum on there, but you can certainly tell it's like that Barbados kind of vibe to it. This is that, but sort of deeper, if you know what I mean. I know that's a real cop-out, and trying to explain it to you guys that don't kind of, or are listening and don't kind of get it, but sort of vanilla-y, citrusy kind of, it's just that, yeah, little, yeah, I'm going to give up with there. Right, tasting-wise. This is a whole different prospect to that 3-year-old. Wow, so smooth. The finish is shorter. The finish is almost gone, but it's a lovely finish. Toffee notes, vanilla notes, sort of a little bit of oak coming on there. And, for a rum that doesn't have any sugar added to it, wow, it's kind of like, not syrupy, but kind of thick, really does coat the insides of your mouth. I'm looking forward to having a good sort of glug of the 12-year-old in me, because I've not really done too much of that. Kind of, the vanilla's there. It's almost got like a little honey edge to it as well. That only really came out the second time. Once you kind of palate acclimatizes, it's only kind of there. That, I could quite happily drink neat. That, I'm going to coin this from Ian Burrell, but that is a session rum for me. I really like that. Easy drinking. No, there's a little bit of peppery spice to it, but nothing major. That is just, you could quite easily have that and then top yourself up and have another one and another one. That for me very much is a session rum. I really, really like that. That needs to get more damage from me. Right. Let's, which one was which? This was the daiquiri. Right, let's do, I've got the daiquiri already here. It's going on. Right, so let me do a 3-1/2 again. So a little bit of daiquiri love. Right, that needs to go there. In the whole interest of science. So that's that. And then a daiquiri mix I've got here is that. Boom. Right, so Dax on the go. A little bit of ice. I need to do it. I reckon it's going to make a massive difference, but I need to do the whole shaking a DAC and just like this, what the difference is. Because obviously if you shake a DAC, you're going to get that little bit of froth in there. It's going to be a bit lighter in that, and the ice is going to dilute it a bit more. I think you would. I'm quite impressed by that. I think that's the first time, apart from when I bought it, the first time I've had that 5-year-old neat. That's what I mean. You get so many rums and you kind of forget about. Like, this is really interesting because actually, do you know what? Hang on a second. Hang on a little second here. Hang on a little second. I just want to quickly compare it to the plantation. Plantation 5-year-old. And I have to say, actually, that finish is still there. I said it was quite short. I don't think it is. It's still there a little bit. Right, hang on. Let's just do the plantation 5-year. Oh, so that is nice. Don't get me wrong, that is nice. But that is a hell of a lot sweeter. Not in spiced rum territory. You know, we're not going that sweet. But that is... Is that, I'm not even sure that was the same rum. I think it was. Yeah, of course it was. That's really weird because that I don't know now. I'm pretty sure that was the glass I used. But that's the smell. Unmistakable sort of Barbados rum, Bajan rum in there. That's more mellow, sort of the plantation. Don't get me wrong, I really like it. But you can instantly tell there's a bit of sweetness added to that when you taste them side by side. I think, I was going to say the Doorlys just edges that. Let's have another little glug. I don't know. I think the Doorlys, just for me, just sort of edges it, just very slightly. The Doorlys has got a lot more pepper. Bear in mind, it hasn't got much in the first place, but the Doorlys has got much more peppery spice to it than, so like if you're like a proper whiskey drinker, you love your bourbon, your rye and that sort of stuff. The Doorlys has got that kind of finish to it. The plantation 5-year-old Barbados doesn't necessarily. Really nice. It is really nice, but different. You know, you've got 2 5-year-old Barbados rums there, completely different. Right. So daiquiri time. Right. Oh, I like that. That's a good daiquiri. That's that's so different. That's so different to the white rum. That is quite clean, but quite refreshing. Obviously, it tastes completely different if I'd shaken it. And no ice in there as well. I know it's not a proper daiquiri, but you know, I'm going to compare these like for like. That 5-year-old is, I really like that. Trevor, oh right, hang on, Trevor. For me, when I thought right, so you can't see this in the Discord, but Trevor's just uploaded the Real McCoy 5-year-old. So again, I've not tried the Real McCoy. I've never had any Real McCoy, which, as I said, is the step up from the Doorlys now. Trevor, for me, says when he first bought the rum a year ago, he liked it neat but hated in the daiquiri. Now he really likes it. So Foursquare is definitely a different rum. They're 100% pure and take a while to get the palate. Yeah. I don't know why I've just not given it the love behind it. I kind of want to go down the Foursquare kind of route, kind of taste on him, because Richard Seal he's like the godfather of basically rum. You know, there are quite a few decent rum distillers, rum gurus out in the Caribbean, but you know, he's one of the guys leading the charge. I could get used to that. So I would love, see, that'd be kind of interesting. I'd love to do like a Barbados off, you know, the Real McCoy versus Doorlys 5-year-old versus Plantation. We already know that that's got a bit of sugar. That'll even, I'm not probably even says on the bottle. I think it might say, if someone at home, if someone's got the old interwebs, someone can have a look at the dosage, because Plantation put it on their website of how much sugar's actually added to this. I don't know whether they put it on the actual bottle, but really, really interesting. No, I can't see it easily. There's a lot of text on the back there, but I can't see it. But it'd be quite interesting to see how much sugar is actually added to that. It won't be, I'm not talking much. It's going to be 3, 3 grams, maybe at the most, but there's going to be a bit. Right. So, what was that? That was for the old Coke. The old rum and cola. Oh, see, that's a whole different. That's really interesting. A bit more rum just to kind of pep it up. That's a whole different rum and coke to the Doorlys 3-year-old. That's better. Oh, see, that's a rum and coke I could go back to and have again and again and again. That's the only way I can kind of describe them. Would I have another one? Yes, I would. I wouldn't kind of think, oh, I want a different rum this time. That for me is a session rum. I really like that. I'm quite happy with that. Right, let's get on to the old 12-year-old. Windy's gone very quiet. Right, 16. Oh, hang on. So Trevor V. I'm assuming that is for the plantation. Wow. Hang on a second. Right, so Kevin, this is going to run over. Right, hang on. Where's my little thing? So we know for a fact that there's no added sugar in the Doorlys 5-year-old at all, right? I need loads more. I'm going to have to buy a case of 24 of these tasting glasses now that I'm doing this. I know that. So I'm assuming, so Trevor V has just put 16 grams per litre on there. So I'm assuming that is the plantation, because that is, plantation are not shy about that. They're quite open and honest about what they put in their rum. I think that's how it should be. If you're going to put stuff in your rum, I don't care whether you put sugar in your rum. I just care how it tastes. But be open and honest about it. But this is the thing, right? So plantation have got. I'm assuming that's 16 grams. Trevor will probably correct me if it's Top Cheese has done it. It says dosage 16. Right. So effectively, what we've got per litre of rum, we've got a Doorlys 5-year-old with no sugar at all, nothing added, and we've got 16 grams per litre. Is the video out yet? I think there's a video dropping on Tuesday. I don't think it's out. If you guys seen a video with me with these full of sugar, I think that's on Tuesday. So this will all make sense. The whole sugar thing will make sense on Tuesday when that video drops. All right? I'm sure it's Tuesday, the whole sugar. So we've got 16 grams of sugar per litre in the plantation. Windy's still here, and Windy stands by his statement that Doorlys has caramel added to it as colourant. As I say, look, I don't know. I didn't research. I don't know. In my head, I know that Richard Seal is not against caramel colouring. I know he's not, because I've heard him talk about it. Whether he uses it or not is another matter, but I know he's not against it. He's adamantly against adding sugar flavourings to a rum, adamantly. But caramel colour, when it's just colour, I know he doesn't. He's not that much against. So, as I say, as Doorlys is a brand that repeats the rum over and over and over again, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a tiny amount of caramel colouring in there. It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. Trevor Rose is saying one thing, Windy's saying another. This argument will get settled in the Discord. We don't know. But anyway, the difference between these two. So that's the Doorlys. I stand by that. Real sort of session rum. And you do get that element of sweetness to it. This is the difference between rum and the quality of a rum distillery. My Discord's lighting up here. What's going on? I don't know. I'm going to ignore that. I think there's arguments going on left, right, and centre in the old Discord. I'm going to see. I've only got one thread open, and it's the pictures that I share, so I can't see the actual. Right. The plantation. Now, for rum, right, this is how I'm going to position this. For rum newbie, in your first year, 18 months of your rum journey. You are absolutely going to love that. You get more pronounced vanilla coming through, not in a spiced rum sense at all. You get more pronounced vanilla that comes through on the plantation 5-year-old. It is sweeter. It is sweeter, but only just. But this is the thing. You know, you've got plenty of sugar added to that, but you've got no sugar added to that, but you've still got a really nice, sweeter kind of rum without the sugar. And this is the whole quality, the craftsmanship. There's a word for you. You know, I'm not saying that that's a bad rum. I could quite happily drink that plantation 5-year-old. Love it. It's really nice. But even just, I'm not sure, you guys won't see this. I don't think you'll see this. I don't know whether, can we get a close up on that? Right, so that's how much it sort of coats the camera. Can you see all that? You see it sort of coating the glass and sticking to the glass? You don't really get that on the old, look, it's kind of, oh, it's come out. It's there, but nowhere, I'm not sure that picks it up properly. It is there, but nowhere near as much as the plantation. And sort of sticking to the glass. Really, really like that. That was plantation. Yeah. Yeah. Right, interesting. Okay then. So I've already gone 1 minute over and I've still got the 12-year-old to do. See, we did say loose, Kevin. We did say loose. Oh, right. Hang on. Right, so top. Let's just go in. Top cheese. Agree on the honesty. If they're open about it, I don't mind. Oh, Trevor's just uploaded. Trevor V's just. Is it telling me it's on the back of the bottle? I think my bottle hasn't got that much text on it. I think yours bottle's got more text. We'll get onto that in a second. Top cheese. Just agreeing with top cheese. Very loose. Kevin's giving me bad today about the fact we said very loose. We did say I said loose. I didn't say very loose. I said loose. So if we run over by a few minutes, that's fine. That's fine. To be fair, it's all you guys. It's you arguing. You know, I said I had my standpoint. It's Trevor V and Windy versus Trevor Rose. You know, you guys having the argument. You're causing the delay. It's not me. So yeah, just to basically top cheese. Yeah, I completely agree. Look, I don't care. I don't care the Diplomatico, Dictador, the rum brand that I can never remember. That's really Don Papa. All that. I don't care if they add sugar. I care what it tastes. If it tastes good and I like it, end of story for me. What kind of does bug me is a little bit like bamboo. So bamboo bugs me because. And this will come up on the video on Tuesday. Bamboo bugs me because so many people think bamboo is a rum, and it's not. It's a spiced rum. But because it's marketed as a premium rum, they kind of, you know, it gets lost in translation. So again, you know, when people, and this, you will completely get where I'm coming from on Tuesday. I promise you. This video is, I think it's a really good video dropping on Tuesday. Me personally. Blowing smoke up my own backside. But you know, where I'm trying to come from is to help people when they're buying decisions. Because someone who buys a bottle of bamboo, for instance, and then goes on because they see premium rum and they really like it, and then they see this Doorlys or 5-year-old, you know, Barbados rum. Oh yeah, I'm going to get that. If you're drinking bamboo and then you expect that to taste similar, you're in for a nasty shock. And this is what is not clear, because this is proper, you know, and we've still got another 10 levels to go above this, but this is proper rum. You know, bamboo is sweetened with a shitload of sugar and flavourings and God knows what else, but it's marketed as a premium rum. So, well, you'll get that on Tuesday. It's a really good video. It's got a kind of tongue-in-cheek thumbnail to it. It should be quite good. Right, Trevor V, just to come on to this, Trevor V. As with all four... See, I don't get that on the back of my bottle. If that's what that says. I can't see that on the back of the Doorlys bottle. Yeah, see, I don't get that. I don't know what that... But Trevor V's put, as with all Foursquare products, there are no hidden nasties in the bottle, just rum and a bit of caramel colouring, which is disclosed on the rear label. Yeah, so we've got different labels over here because we've got the Mauritius labels because it's so Mauritius is the importer and they're based in Holland. So we get kind of like the EU labels on the back here for that. But yeah, as I say, you know, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. And if I say, you know, I would back myself if I was a betting man. I know that's been clarified in there, but if I was a betting man, I would bet 100%. I wouldn't bet against myself that there's caramel colouring added to these, because it's a brand. It has to be similar year on year, batch on batch. There. We know blending wise, we know they've got the skills to marry up the tastes. We know that, but colour wise, that's always a variance. So if you're allowed to add a bit of caramel colouring without it tasting different, then I know brands are going to go down that route. Right. You lot are experts. I'm baffled. We're not experts. I just make it up as we go along, Anne. Right, let's go on to the old 12-year-old, and then I can read some of this while I'm going. So, Bamboo, loads say it's very nice. I went and sold out in Asda, so I still haven't tried it. I know my older videos now are resurfacing. So, my Bamboo video from 2 years ago is going a bit nuts now at the moment. Just bearing in mind that Bamboo video is the old UK version, the 35%er. We are now at 40%er in the UK. So I still haven't tasted the 40%er. I still don't know what the difference is. So, and just to clarify, we've got two different 40%ers in the UK. We've got the premium in a black bottle, I think it is, and the normal 40%er as well. So, yeah, I haven't tried either 40%er. Mine was the 35%. And I've still got a tiny bit left. Right. And be me too. Top cheese. Some vodka also have the sweetness. Despite not saying anything. Yeah, download. Right, and I'll talk to you a bit in a minute. Hey, John, how are you? No. Right, okay. So Trevor. I get where you're coming from now. Right. So Trevor's put caramel colouring is made from sugar. So how does he preach no additives? But right. So Trevor, right. It is common practice in at least 90% of rum brands to add, and I think Windy's even labelled it up there. It's an E number, but caramel colouring. Caramel can be a colouring without it being a flavour. You know, I've got some. I can't even. I don't know where to get it here. Where is it? I've got some caramel colouring down here that doesn't taste of anything. It's like the red food dyes and the blue food dyes and all that sort of stuff. So we are not talking so Captain Morgan's, Lambs, all that sort of stuff will have a ton of colouring added to it, but there will be flavouring as well. Caramel, right, and to put this into perspective, all of this will have caramel colouring in it. Every single one of those bottles. Every single one of those bottles will probably have caramel colouring in it. I know Florida Carnia definitely have caramel colour in it as well. Appleton use caramel colouring. I know that in the signature. There's definitely caramel colouring in the signature. I don't know about the 12-year-old, but I know there's caramel colouring in the 8-year-old. Caramel, this is where it gets all confusing because caramel to us in broad speak is flavour. But in rum speak, it's not. It's just a flavor. It's just a colouring. That is it. It's just purely and simply colouring. So, and that is in all rum markets around the world. That is allowed. You are allowed to add a caramel colouring to your rums to aid consistency. And again, I talk about this on the video on Tuesday as well. So it's all preempted. So yeah, I get where the argument is now. So basically, he could add a whole ton of caramel. He could add like a whole glass of that to each bottle of rum, and it wouldn't make any difference because it doesn't. The only thing you can't do with rum is change the flavour of it, and caramel doesn't. The colouring doesn't change the flavour. So that's why. So we've got 12-year-old. Let's move on to this. I told Trevor. There we go. There we go. Right. E150A is the colouring. So there will be no flavour in that at all. Just the whole colouring. Right. So let's get on to the 12-year-old. Let's just give you the price of that. I'm not going to do, obviously you wouldn't, this is a neat sipping rum. You're not going to have daiquiris or rum and cokes with this as such. So let me just go into the 43% ABV. Just double check, so it came off Master of Malt. And £40. £40 this. I've got a little bit more knowledge here for you. 90% of it is aged in Kentucky bourbon, and 10% of it is aged in Madeira casks. So you've got Madeira. But the lowest rum in this is a 12-year-old. So where you've got other rum brands, see again, this is Richard Seal Foursquare. You've got other rum brands that might say a 5-year-old, and they might have one 5-year-old rum in there, and the others have like 4-year-old, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, whatever. With Richard Seal, he is very, and Foursquare, if he says 12-year-old, the youngest rum in that is going to be 12-year-old. There might even be 13, 14, 15-year-old rums in that, but the youngest one is 12. So there's no sort of 7-year-old rums in that, or 5-year-old rums. It's just out and out 12 and over. Right? So I think that's all I've really got down there. Yeah, there's nothing else to really tell you. Right, so nose. Oh, that's a whole different prospect to the 5-year-old. That, again, is unmistakably Bayesian, Barbados rum. they're all getting confused. There's lots of chats in there. Right, just to clarify, I say it one more time. Right, caramel. Right, I don't think I can get the bottle. Let's just get these, for instance. These are right at the front, and I haven't used these for flipping ages. So we've got red and blue. Right, these obviously come from Flavoured. They're just colourings. They do not add flavour at all to a cocktail. Caramel colour is exactly the same. It doesn't add flavour. Okay, it's not a flavour compound. It's a colour compound. What have we started? It wasn't me. I was sitting on the fence. It was Windy. Windy started all this. Right, so that to me is unmistakably Bayesian in there. Heavier though, real sort of heavier. Notes of chocolate. Do you know what? What's that? I was going to say, well, it is sort of molasses. I'm going kind of treacle-ish, more treacly. Treacly, is that a word? Yeah, sort of more, or toffee, kind of molasses on there. That's kind of that. But, you know, toffee, treacle, that's that sort of vibe going to it. Very rich fruitcake. Sorry, the fruitcake's coming off there now. That's, you know, that smelling that, I know I'm in for a treat now. I know I'm in for an absolute treat on this one. Right, drier mouthfeel, a bit more peppery spice to it, a bit more bite. Wow, that is tasty. Tropical fruits on there. Way more tropical fruit than the 5-year-old. More vanilla comes out on that. Again, it tastes sweet without it being sweet. Again, we come back to that whole sugar thing. This whole fascination. You know, if you tasted that and against some other rums, you'd be thinking, well, surely there must be some sort of sugar in there. But don't forget the base of rum is sugar. But that is so. Oh, I had a little sort of agricole twinge coming off that then for a second. It kind of, I like that. That's really nice. Kind of finish. The finish is very long. So that's a hell of a lot longer than the 5-year-old. It's still sort of there around my throat. That is properly delicious. What would you do with the 12-year-old? Drink it neat, essentially. Rum fashions. You wouldn't do too much else. I think it would be an absolute travesty, to be honest, using some of these rums, like the 12-year-old there, the Ron Cube that I did on Thursday, Reserva, yeah, the 10-year-old there, the Florida Carne 12-year-old. I think it'd be a travesty using them in cocktails, unless you're in Canada and you're paying like 15 quid a flipping bottle for them. You know, it still bugs me, and I talk about this every single week. It still bugs me that the Trevors and the Christines and whoever else is in Canada literally pay stupid money for the El Dorado 12-year-old. It's such a nice rum. But, you know, it's like 35, 40 quid a bottle here in the UK. Over there, it's the equivalent of like 20 quid. It's a pouring rum. But that is completely different sort of vibe to El Dorado, in a sense. So we've got 212. Right, okay. Let's just do this very quickly. There we are. We haven't got any glasses there. Yeah, we have. Let's stick some El Dorado 12-year-old in here. So, oh, look at the colour difference there. Woohoo! So we've got two 12-year-old rums here. We've got the Doorlys, peppery spice. You know, whiskey fans are going to love this. Whiskey fans are absolutely going to love this. Oh, you know, for me, that's bordering on the edge. And my palate is changing. I'm getting sort of into bourbon whiskies. I won't go down that route because I love my rum. But I can handle bourbon and rye whiskies now. I couldn't do a few years ago. The El Dorado 12-year-old, for me, is a lot sweeter. The finish isn't as long on the El Dorado 12 for me. A medium finish compared to really long. Do you know what? It's a sipping rum. Do you know what? I'd love to go, as I say, I'd love to go down the Foursquare rabbit hole. I haven't done this yet. I'd love to try. I think Real McCoy do a 12-year-old. They definitely do. I'm sure they do. I'm absolutely sure they do. Yeah, I know they do. I know they do as well. I would like to try that as a head-to-head. I would like to try that because I'm now at that point where I'm getting really into sipping neat rum. And that, for me, is really, really enjoyable. I've kind of transitioned a little bit away from as much as I love the El Dorados, I've kind of transitioned a little bit away from them because they're a little bit too sweet. Right. So I hope you enjoyed that. We've started all kinds of arguments on there. I have got my members' cocktails to make now. I'll just scroll back, just double checking. That haven't missed it. Facts don't care if you agree with them. Right, okay. So there's whole arguments going on here. We shall settle this. My Discord is going Larry at the moment, so God knows what they're all chatting about in the Discord. I can't wait to have a read of that. Trev, the colour in cakes, my icing, but it's the paste. Don't change. See, Carl's ended the argument. Carl's put the colour I use in my cakes are just colour. They don't change the taste. We're bringing cakes to a rum party. I think Seal blends his rums and thinks it's good when he turns his back on workers and adds sugar to make sure it sells. Yeah, Real McCoy do 12. You can't handle bourbon. You handle. Don't start picking on me. You're the one that sent me flipping Screech and whatever that is up there. What's that? What's your whiskey? I've forgotten what your whiskey. Crown Royal. There we go. That's what your Crown whiskey. Yeah. Anyone wants to say what we're coughing up? Right. So, cocktail time. So, in a nutshell, for me, if I'm being brutally honest, and I can't. As I say, I'm going to judge these in the white rum in a separate video. So going head to head with the other white rums. So you've got a couple of white rum videos coming up there. I'm going to be doing a lot of this, experimenting. It's kind of my new way for 2022, experimenting and just kind of finding the answers to the questions again. If I was brutally honest, at the moment, I probably wouldn't buy that again, the Doorlys 3-year-old. I'd love to taste the 47%er, but I probably wouldn't have that again. The 5-year-old and the 12-year-old, definitely staples for me. If I'm having a collection this big, if not bigger, definitely I'd quite happily have them. Really like that. That is a session rum, out and out session rum. 2, 3, 4, 5 of those neat. Quite happily have that. The 12-year-old is I wouldn't call it a session rum. It's a bit too kind of whoa out there. But for the nice sort of big glass, a big tipple, that is really, really good. Really, really like that. So hopefully I've asked that. Right, let's get. I've got to scroll all the way down here. I need to get this up so I can have so I can put the chapters in. members cocktails. Look at that. So if I do that just while we're chatting. So members cocktails. This comes up from my membership community, of which we are now well over the 50s, 54, 55, I think it is now. Let's hide that. Brilliant. And put that back in. So each week, the membership community, you guys have got the chance to put a few of your recipes in, and I'll pick. I'm gonna do two. Which it's 9:30 now. I knew I'd have. And there's plenty of questions that I've answered along the way. I was going to save questions till the end, but there we go. So the last sort of 20 minutes, half an hour of the show, members cocktails. I've got two to do this week. I've got Trevor V and I've got Ross in there. I'm just going back to the chat. There we go. Trevor V and Ross. And hopefully I have got rum cakes. The banter's still going on. They're still. Do you know what? They're still having arguments about the whole caramel colouring. I cannot wait to read this Discord when I go to bed later. Right. So first up, we're going for Trevor V. So the battle of the Trevors. And this could be quite spicy because Trevor V has proven Trevor Rose wrong with the whole caramel colouring. So this could be quite interesting. So Plantation Isle of Fiji. This is kind of a loose riff on, what am I going to call it? A loose riff on a Cuba Libre, just with a bit of added sort of flavour to it. So I've got another can of Coke ready. So Isle of Fiji is I've asked them to be specific with their rums. Okay, this is the only criteria I've got, and I've already got. So we've got Carl and who was the other one for next week? Darren. I forget who it was now. It's in the Discord, but I've already got two for next week as ready. So I forget who it was. Carl was definitely one. Who was the other one? I forget who it was now, but there's definitely one other there. So Plantation Isle of Fiji rum. So it's a very kind of tropical rum. I've got some cola, which I probably need a bit more of. Lime juice. 2 good squirts of Tiki Bitters, Elamakuli. Mine are in a dash bottle. But if I can find the bottle, you all know what this. I can't find the bottle. You all know what this is, don't you? Elamakuli Tiki Bitters. Do I need to find a bottle? Oh, there it is. And Liquor 43, wasn't it? Yeah, Liquor 43. So add to a highball glass, and job is a good one. So if we've got those ingredients, if we're going to make it along, Plantation Isle of Fiji rum, Coke, Pepsi, whatever you're going to use, lime juice, Elamakuli Tiki Bitters, and Liquor 43. Okay, so we don't need that on screen anymore. I can hide that. So here we go. I'm going to semi-build this and then top up over ice. So glass-wise. So what do we want? We want 45 ml of, let's get a new jigger. It's that one. Where's my other jigger? There it is. No. If I used them both. There it is. Oh, that's all right. Right, so 45 ml, we might be finishing the bottle here. Oh, 45, bit more. Boom. Right, 45 ml, what's that? Oh no, I've broken my glass. Oh no, I thought that was a mint. That's one of my favourite glasses. I've had a shocker. Oh no, I've had an absolute shocker. Drink stuff, I'm going to be stealing one. It's my bamboo cooler. That's my absolute favourite highball. Oh, I've had a shocker. Right, so I've gone that. So 45 ml Plantation Isle of Fiji. 2 good squirts of Elamakuli Tiki Bitters. So just give that a good shake up. So you know what they are, don't you? Bittermans Elamakuli Tiki Bitters. There's no N in there. I always want to call them Elamankuli, but Elamakuli. Right, Tiki Bitters. So there, I reckon. Yeah, I think that's 2 good squirts. My Tiki Bitters. Right, 15 ml of lime juice. 15 ml? 15 ml of lime juice. Boom, boom, boom. 15 ml of lime juice and 15 ml of Liquor 43. I've got a sneaky suspicion. I've made this before. Way over a year ago when I make your cocktails. I've got a funny feeling this really rings bells, but I don't know. Right. Plenty of ice cubes. That'll do. And he's put 60 to 90 ml of, I know there's a lot of Coke ice in there, but 60, I don't know. I might get the other tin of, oh look, we've got layered. I might get the other tin of cola out. We'll see how this tastes in a second. In fact, I know I'm going to need more Coke. Right, more Coke. Because that was, what are these? That wasn't even a third of a can, so that was like 50 ml there. So there we go. Jobs are good. Right. So garnish. I don't know. I didn't cut and paste that. I don't know whether he gave me a garnish or not. You know, garnish wedge of lime or something like that. So plantation Fiji. If you've never had Fiji, as I say, it's like a tropical. You can't even compare it to anything you've ever tasted before. The plantation Fiji is just completely out there, tropical, pear, apple kind of notes to it. Really, really good. I have to say, quick order more for drink stuff. Right, there's questions and all that. I'll come into them in a minute. Oh, that's quite citrusy. I think I like the tiki bitters. I think, right, for me, I perhaps would have done a wedge of lime instead of 15 ml of lime, just a little bit less of lime. Maybe a different rum, actually, to be fair. That rum is so light and so kind of out there. I think that the Liquor 43 and the Tiki Bitters, I think need for me personally, and I'm not saying that's really nice, really refreshing, but for me personally, I think I probably want a punchier rum with that. But that's, try. This is what I want you guys to do. For any of you that have got that Isle of Fiji and Liquor 43 and the Tiki Bitters, you could use a bit of, I still haven't bought a new bottle yet, allspice. You could use a bit of pimento dram, like a little bar spoon of that. Actually, do you know what? The more that ice dilutes in that is really refreshing, actually, to be fair. That's a Cooper Libre on a different level, that is. But I think I might just want, me personally, might just want a punchier rum. That's all. I'm really interested for other people to make that, just to kind of give feedback. That's the I would try. That's really good. It is really good. I personally would just probably add or swap out a punchier rum, mate. Or do you know what? With the vanilla note and the tiki note, this may be a complete Jamaican rum. The Hamden might be really good in that. He says as he keeps going back to it. that's the sign. When I put it down and kind of forget about it, that's like, yeah, it's all right. I keep coming back to this. That's a good sign. That's actually growing on me. Cheers. I kind of like that. I do actually really. Do you know what? Actually, that's actually really growing on me. Give it a stir up, Barman. I like that. I still stand by. I think I might have a punchier rum, but I quite like that. Right, and then the second members cocktail. I've kept a note of where we are in the chat. Right, Rossi B, I've called it Barbanator. So Ross is he's I'm going to call him. How can I describe him? He's like Del Boy. Every day without fail, except over Christmas. He's been lax over Christmas. He'll pop out. He'll find the deals online. If you're shopping around for new rums, every day without fail, he'll put in all the deals. Whether it's Amazon, Master of Malt, online, random websites, he'll be in there at some point during the day. Like, yep, his deals. And he'll just do a lot of Amazon stuff. So he's my deal finder. So he's got He didn't give a name for this one. Actually, we didn't. We both of you haven't got names for these. So, Ross, for this one, this is Larry, but I'm really looking forward to trying this one. And I bent down to get some. What was I bending down for? Oh, Banana Bomb, right? So, Hursty, that's coming out to play. So we've got Banana Bomb, specifically called for Banana Bomb. Lime juice. I don't know why I'm reading little letters down there. Lime juice. Kiwi puree. Oh, that's what goes in the Discord stays in the Discord for that one. Trevor won. Right, so we've got some kiwi puree there. And what else have we got? Kiwi. This was the Larry thing. So this is kind of a loose riff on a daiquiri. Well, I've got my strawberry. You guys will have probably never ever seen these before. Ross called them strawberry and black pepper. What they actually are is green strawberry Mark 1. Mark 1 is like a pepper, chili sort of pepper. All right, so you've got green strawberry and pepper. Right. So this is essentially a daiquiri. So what are we going for here? Let's hide this. Oh, no, leave sight. No, I don't want to leave. Right, hide. Right, there we go. So what did Ross want for this? We want 50 ml of Banana Bomb. 50 ml. All right, so Ross goes UK. So 50 ml of Banana Bomb. So for those of you who don't know what Banana Bomb is, Navy strength, 54, 55? 57% banana spiced rum with salted caramel. I tell you what, my Discord has not stopped tonight. God, there's going to be so many threads that I've got to read in there. I don't know. Right. So we've got, hang on, go back to the old chat. There we go, chat, so I can see what's going on. Right. Oh, by the way, purely experimental, but either way, I'll make it worth your while. If you're sick, you have to like it. Right, so Banana Bomb in there. 20 to 25 ml of lime juice. I'm going to go 20 ml to start off with. So 20 ml of lime juice. Lower end of that. Kiwi puree. We've got 15 ml of ODK that you can get from DRINKSTUFF. So 1.5. DRINKSTUFF. Hook yourselves up. Kiwi puree. Love this stuff. Oh, so good. So good. Rum and kiwi. Yeah, baby. Right. And then he wants 2 dashes. So let's find my little pipette. 2 dashes of strawberry and Mark 1 bitters. Oh, that's a lot. And just it's a real kind of fresh, unripe, you know, the sort of strawberries, not juicy strawberries, not those kind of strawberries, kind of that just before, like a month before they're ripe or so. Like that's what that tastes like. You get those pepper notes coming off that as well. So like chili kind of peppery notes. Right. So DAC attack. Right. So DAC attack. I'm looking. You know, this is a bit Larry. I kind of like this. A bit out there. I've got a complete mental block. Who was I talking to then? Damo. Jesus Christ. Damo, if you're still watching like 2 hours in, Damo, this bit is for you, finally. Oh, right. There we go. And we are going to double strain. Double strain. Into our Nick and Nora glass. Look at that. Right. This is Larry. Whether it works or not, I don't know. So banana rum, strawberry and pepper bitters, kiwi puree, and lime. Cheers. Garnish kiwi. I don't know what we're calling it, but garnish, you probably do a little kiwi on there. I'll tell you what, it smells quite nice. That is delicious. was trying to think what sort of flavours I got off that then. Weirdly, the banana's there, but the banana, the banana's coming out in the aftertaste. I don't know how I would change that. That's quite unique. My little head's going off to one side thinking, how would I change it? I don't know that I would change it. There's something... For me, this is really weird. The taste, right, how the two differ, the taste on this one, on Trevor V's, is all in the aftertaste. So, you know, the first hit is like, oh, a bit of Coke, you know, a bit of rum and Coke. The aftertaste on Trevor V's is where it all comes out to play. It's quite nice. This one is all in literally the sip. Right there, the first sip, I literally get the kiwi and the banana. Don't get the bitters. I get like the chili pepper. I get the peppery bite. I don't get the strawberry edge to it. I don't know whether I would change the banana rum. That's really interesting, he says, gulping that down. I wouldn't say it's the perfect cocktail. That needs some work, but that's a fun. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. Do you know what? There's something just not quite there, and that would be proper banging. And I can't think what it is. Perhaps not the banana rum. Perhaps, I don't know. Actually. I really don't know. The strength-wise, definitely the rum, the peppiness of the rum. There's something, I don't know. It just needs that little bit of a tweak. I don't know what it is. I really want someone else to make that. Not bitters. The aftertaste, I kind of get that sort of peppery bite from the bitters on the aftertaste. I definitely get the kiwi. Kiwi and banana, that's the bit I'm not overly convinced with. He says, another gulp and it'll be gone. Lads, well done. I want names for those two. These will go in, they'll go on my website when I get around to it. But it'll go into that cocktail book that I keep talking about. 2025, the cocktail book's coming out. Right, let's dive into a lot of these comments now, because I am a good 15 minutes behind on these comments. So let me just scroll through. So let me know what you thought of tonight's show. This is kind of the direction. And I know it went off in a little tangent there when we had the argument with Trevor and Windy. But I was on time until they started arguing. So yeah, let me know what you think of that format. Next week, I should have Equiano rum next week, the 2 Equianos. But for the week after, I'm going off on a little tangent for rum. It could be quite interesting, especially for you UK people. Right, so Trevor V. So this is the right. Let me get into this so I can chapter up the Q&A. And I'm standing there. I'll do it when I put the screen back, but I'm standing there, arms spread, so you like, hey, presenting. Right, Q&A. I was standing there like that. You couldn't see it at all. So this is the Q&A part of the show. So 10 o'clock. Good. Right. Right. So where did we get to? I'm behind on the chat. Right. So Trevor, Isle of Fiji is my favourite rum of all time. It's not the best rum, but it's a Trevor, I wouldn't say it's my best rum. But there is nothing like it. And for those of you who have not seen it before, I don't know how many newbies we've got on there, but for those of you who have not seen it anymore before, Plantation Isle of Fiji, you know, the label just screams tropical. It's just nothing. I'd absolutely have it in my collection. There's just nothing. Is it 40? Yeah, it's just nothing you can compare it to. I've never come across anything remotely close to it on the market. It's just in a whole unique world of its own. It really is. It's a glorious rum. I wouldn't say it's my favourite, but it's definitely one that you need in your collection, 100%, because there's nothing like it. And it does make that really good. I'm impressed with those lads. Really impressed. Right, Ross is going to hide unless it's in there. So he who dares, Rodney, he who dares. No Kiwi here. So, no Kiwi, I just thought, sorry, because obviously UK people, Kiwi puree, obviously it's the way to go. Long life, shelf stable. Drink stuff, help hook yourselves up. You could just go to a supermarket, get a kiwi fruit, muddle it up. Probably about one kiwi fruit. Or Waitrose are big kiwi fruits. If you're going Tesco's, let's go common. Tesco's kiwi fruit, 15 to 20 ml of sugar syrup. That'll be roughly the equivalent of what that is. That whole thing. So, and then you want, what did we use? 15 ml. So yeah, I would go 1 kiwi fruit to about 20 ml of sugar syrup, and then kind of mush it all up. So you get the puree, and then you want 15 ml of that. That's where I kind of go with that. Right. It's a fruity DAC. Of course, it's good. Longest pause, STV history. The man from Del Monte, he said, yeah. Del Monte bar spoon, cane syrup. Ross has got Steve all confuddled. I like that word, confuddled. No, what's it called? Confuddled. Confuddled. Yeah, I like that. Steve, right, hang on. Kevin, do you put up Discord link? Right, hang on. Right, okay. Discord. There we go. Discord. Right, come and join us in the Discord. To be fair, it's on every single video that I've published in the last sort of 2 years. You can't miss it. Discord, stblive.uk/Discord. And if you're on, because the numbers are still pretty decent. If you're on and you haven't commented yet, comment. Say hello in the comments. We want to meet new people. Right, Steve, do put right. So we saw that. I like it better than just 2 hours of banter. Banter's okay sometimes, but a bit of structure is good. We like that. So you're saying this had structure? I'll take that. Yes. Steve, I've got the normal. I've caught up with the chat. Is that it? I thought it was loads of chat, but there's no chat. Oh, you look pretty dull. I've caught up with the Discord, but But can you add me to the members? Cheers. Aaron, are you a member? If you're a member, I'll put Aaron. I don't know. There's loads. I've got loads of members now. I can't pick anyone out specifically. Oh, hello. Whoa. Ross. No. Ross. This is not what this is about. Ross, this is the best cocktail of all time. Seriously, I would patent this cocktail. Ross, thank you. Super sticker. Is that what it was? I can't see that. Super sticker. Oh, pear character rolling on the floor. What's that mean? Pear liquor libre. Oh, is that the name of it? Pear character. No, what I don't understand that. Ross, thank you. That's not why I do this. I don't want tips. I get to drink them. That's kind of fun. Mummy Barman, if she wants it, it's here. Actually, I better leave a bit for Mummy Barman now. So sorry, got signed off. What? Right. Where did I go back to? So Aaron, I really recognise that name. Aaron, if you're a member of my membership, I'll go back and look. Then yes, sorry, my apologies, because I know you've been around for ages. And there's another one as well. Who's the new one? Stephen Beach, is it? Steve. I've got Stephen Beach in my head. You're brand new one. No, I haven't seen anywhere. I haven't seen comment anywhere apart from a Thursday Night Rum Show, and I can't reply to those live stream comments. So if you're watching, come and join us in the Discord as well, membership. But I can't. This is the annoying thing with the YouTube membership, and the only one downside about it is that I can't physically interact with people. So if you join, I've got members watching now, if you do join, reach out or at least come into the Discord, but comment on the video, because I've got so many members that I've never seen comment, and I just don't know who you are. So I can't sort of say, hey, how are you? I can't comment, I can't reply to you, I can't message you, I can't do anything. It's the only one downside about the YouTube membership. You have to make the moves, not me, you. So either come into my Discord, or at the very least, comment on a video. I reckon that I think it's 54, maybe 55 members that I've got now. And I genuinely think there's at least 16, 17 people that I've never, ever seen comment anyway. I just do not know who you are. Thank you so much, because you obviously watch, and that's including sort of 3 of you in the last month. You obviously watch. I just don't know who you are, and I'd love to meet you. I'd love to say hello and love to say thank you, because that's what I'm all about. So if you are watching this, at least comment on a video. I can't see likes. I can't see individual likes. Not like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. I can't see individual likes. So at least comment on a video so I can reply to a comment. But come into the Discord as well. stblive.uk/Discord. There it is. Boom. So yeah, that's the only downside of YouTube membership over Patreon. And Patreon is just an arse anyway. No one swaps platforms. So there we go. Right, where do we go to? So let's got there. So Trevor's is called the Liquor Libre. There we go. Oh, I've done it again. Sorry. Right, Trevor's is called the Liquor Libre. Let's put that back on screen. There we go. Right, I'll stop putting the chat on screen now. Kind of like that. We have 76 Discord members. Wow, is that what it is? See, I never look at that. I just look at my other membership. So 60. Wow. Nicole has got a question. Hello, Nicole. Oh, Steve, hang on. Right, Steve with a whatever emoji is it? Steve, if that's you, right, Steve Beach, and I will double check in the old, because I can tell, because I've had a couple of Stevens join the Discords, but I was looking for one in particular. So if that's you, reach out to me as your YouTube handle, comment on a video, so I know it's you. And then I will upgrade come into Discord for starters, and then I'll upgrade you to membership level, so you can come into the VIP area. Right, Nicole's got a question, but she's just put question, so I don't know where the question is. So I'm scrolling. Nicole, where's your question? 76. So is that how many people is in my Discord? See, I don't even have that bit open. I've just got the feeds because it takes too much up on the screen. I don't know. Nicole, is there a question? Or is there not? It's a B. Is that what it is? Bye, Anne. Oh, Anne. Thanks, Anne. See you later, Anne. Take care of yourself. Thanks for coming. She's probably gone now. It's Steve. Right. Stefan. Oh, I can't say that name. Stefan Allen. Oh, I'm butchering that name. I'm really, really sorry. Opinion on Morgan Black Spiced. It will be the first one. So, Stefan, I take it you're not in the UK, because Captain Morgan Black Spiced is not a UK product. Never had it. Can't get it in the UK. We can sort of import it, but it's not a UK product. So I don't know. And this is the big thing. People naturally assume that it is a UK product. It isn't. We get Captain Morgan Spiced. We get Captain Morgan's Dark Rum. We do not get the Black Spiced Rum. Don't know. Absolutely don't know. So I can't do it. Hey, Aaron, thanks for coming. First time here. Aaron, yes. See, this is all... Look, we've got loads of new people commenting. That's what it's all about. Aaron, hello. Sean. Sean from New York. Hello, Sean. And what was the other? Stefan Allen. I see that. Stefan, I would naturally assume that's a US, but it doesn't look like a US name. But there we go. Nicole had a question, but Nicole, where is your question? Nicole, I can't see your question. Nicole, if you're still watching, I don't know. Carl, I've posted you a few times on Facebook pages. Hopefully, they've gone again. Where's he gone? Hopefully been a few come and watch involved. Yeah, Havana little. This is the thing that, you know, I don't bother. No one. I'll use my Instagram platform because I know there's a few people. I know I have a few YouTube watchers that are on Instagram as well. So I'll use my Instagram just to remind the YouTube people that I'm going live or I've got a video up or whatever. But if you're a YouTuber, if you're an Instagrammer or a Facebooker, you don't swap platforms. No one swaps platforms. No one comes over from Facebook to. You're literally talking like less than 1%. Less than 1% of your audience will come over from Facebook to YouTube. It's really. I'm just focusing on. Yes, I'm going to keep up my Instagram kind of there, and I'll do stories and blah blah. But only to get people literally the 2 or 3% the people that will swap platforms. You know, I talk to a lot of people on Instagram, the whole spiced rum community, the rum community. I talk to none of them will ever come over to YouTube. They just won't. It's just, you know, you stick to one platform. That's how it is. So, Aaron, welcome. Sean, welcome. Didn't know that. Stefan, you said my name. Stefan, where are you? Where are you? Oh, hang on. I saw the word Cornwall. Sean, my father was from Andover. I have family in Cornwall and Winchester. We'll forgive Winchester, but Cornwall, welcome. I am Cornish. I'll always be Cornish, even though I've lived up here most of my life, Cambridge, but I'll always be Cornish. In your opinion, what would be the best cocktail to make with Doorlys Rum? I would go with a 5-year-old. That one. The best cocktail. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that. That's just Discord going Larry. That's all it is. Best cocktail I would do with that. There's so many different ways. Who's that? Sean? Aaron? Is it Aaron or Aaron? Because I know an Aaron and I know an Aaron as well. So there's so many different ways you could go with that. I'll be honest. You could use that in your fun and fruity stuff. You could use that in like rum fashions and the real sort of booze forward sort of drinks. It is just completely up to you. Start off with it. Start off with a daiquiri. I always say, look, we'll always say, look, and people, and like I've converted Windy and a few others and all that. I'll always say, start off with a daiquiri. Start off with if you're a first timer to rum and rum cocktails, start with a daiquiri, rum, lime, and sugar. Find your ratio. I would say start as a 2-1/2. So 2 shots. Just don't worry about mil. Whatever you use as a shot. So 2 shots of rum, 1 shot of lime juice, half a shot of sugar. Right. If that's not sweet enough for you, go 2 shots of rum, 1 shot of lime, 1 shot of sugar. If you find that it's not boozy enough for you, then go 3 shots of rum, 1 shot of lime, half a shot of sugar. Just play about. Just go start with the daiquiri because a lot of cocktails, especially in the rum world, start off from that daiquiri base. You know, the rum, lime, sugar, and you'll start to add in different liqueurs. A mojito is just a daiquiri with mint and sugar, and mint and soda water, for instance. You know, you've got the Bacardi cocktail, for instance, which is just kind of it's essentially a daiquiri with what is it? Grenadine? I forget what it is now. Grenadine? What is it? I forget what it is. But it's so many cocktails that start off with that lime, that daiquiri base. So start with your daiquiri: rum, lime, sugar. 2, 1. Without swearing, 2-1/2 rum, lime, sugar. 2 rum, 1 lime, half sugar. Start from there, build out. If it's not strong enough, go 3-1/2. If it's not sweet enough, go 2-1-1. I'm kind of drinking some rums. I'll drink 3-1/2 these days. Spiced rums, I do love them a little bit fruitier, so I'll go 2-1-1. A little bit sweeter if you like. But you know, some rums up here, I'll even go 4-1/2. So just play about, but start with the daiquiri, and then you can go in all different directions from there. Right, new messages. Thanks for tonight. Babe's awake. Cheers, Ross. You went 5 minutes ago. Sorry. Alan. Hey, Alan. I'm on Instagram and I watch on YouTube. But that's what I mean, Alan. You are probably a YouTuber that follows me on Instagram that will kind of see stuff. I'm talking about out and out Instagram people that don't watch on YouTube. Out and out Instagram people, you will never get to come and watch on YouTube. They just don't do it. Yeah. Sean, cottage pasties. Yeah, I was born in Winchester, great city. Trevor, you're now... Hey, I'm more Cornish and less Corny. I could get rid of that Discord link now. I put that on screen. Look at that. You're now less Cornish and more Corny. Romania. Wow. Okay. Aaron. Aaron. Is that how we say it? Aaron. 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 Yeah, I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to call you Aaron. Steve, struggling with this Discord thing. I'm watching on an iPad. So, Steve, right. So, Steve, see Discord, right? And people are, oh, what is this? Discord, see Discord as a very well organized WhatsApp. That's all it is. Discord is so easy to use. People come in and go, oh, what's this? And then within 2 minutes, they're like, oh, this is really cool. It's just like Discord, but with threads. That's all it is. So just follow the link, STB Live Discord. That will open it. It might tell you to open up an app. Download the app. Just sign. You cannot go wrong. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just come in there. Ross, you'll get your head around. See, Carl Cheese Boy, Carl Cheesy is like a technophobe, and Carl's all over Discord. If Carl can do it, anyone can do it. There we go. We've got the bots in the house as well. We can't say them. DMF's too strong. I'm out. Cheers, Trevor V. Thanks for coming. I'm going off too strong, Kev. Come on. Right, night T2. Right, I've caught up with the chat. I'm really intrigued now to see what's going on in my Discord. We've gone over by about 10 minutes. That's fine. 2 hours, 10 minutes. I'm cool with that. I hope you really enjoyed tonight's show. Coming up next week, I do have an idea. I've completely forgotten, so I'll tell you. But so I won't tell you. But on Tuesday, watch out for Tuesday's video because it's going to unlock a lot of things for a lot of newbies. It's going to be like, and it's not usual I big myself up, but I think that video could be a big eye opener to a lot of people. So that's Tuesdays. I completely forgot what's coming out on Thursday. Completely forgot. I filmed all these ages and ages ago. So yeah, we shall see. Oh, is E150A made by? And on that note, you missed a question from Kevin. Oh, hello, Mummy Barman. Mummy Barman's coming in this shop. I've missed a question from Kevin. What have I missed? What have I missed? She's got stroppy. She's gotten off now. Kevin, if you don't start your thing with question, I don't see it, do I? Where's your question? I can't see a question. Kevin, too strong for me, but I will do. Kevin, you said I'm not answering your question. Right, I'm literally scrolling. Young Kevin. The only comment I can see from you, and Mummy Barman, don't get all stroppy with me. The only comment I can see from you in the last 5 minutes or so, daiquiri's too strong for me, but I will do it with the triple mixer. So, Kevin, where is your question? I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I can't see a question. Kevin, I've gone all the way back now to 10 o'clock, 12 minutes ago. There's no question.
Yes, there is. You went way past it.
Well, it's not on my feed.
Yes, it is on your feed.
Well, come here and show me. Come here and show me. Where? There. Question, how do you... Oh, right. See, hang on a minute. See, this has not come up on my... 10 o'clock, 12 minutes ago. There's no question. 21:59. See, that's not... Right, just to prove it, look here on that feed, look. 21:58. You see that, right? Stephen Stewart. Hello, Stephen Stewart. Right, 21:58. We have 76 Discord members. See, look. See, we have 76 Discord members. Is there, look. See, I haven't missed the question. It didn't show up. So, I've got to mute this because it's really quiet. God, she gets all stroppy me. You missed the question. I didn't miss it. It just wasn't on my feed, young Kevin. So, reading off this. Where was it? 21:59. You've obviously put a close to the wind swear word in here because it didn't show. So, question: how do BMF? So I'm assuming you mean DMF. Pick a 6-year-old rum for their super spiced. Do they plan this? Oh, look, she's trying. Did you see the arm coming there? Do they plan 6 years ago? Or right? So, is that all? There's a lot of chat here that I've missed. Nicole, message retracted. See, I don't see any of this on this feed. Right. Diane, just going in there. Opinion, black spiced rum, blah blah blah. I'm just double checking I've not missed anything. So Kevin, I've got absolutely no idea why that doesn't show, but Mummy Barman's right here and has just seen that it's not on my feed. So it's true.
Very true.
Very true.
Yeah.
See, it's there. So, right.
So good job I come in then.
Good job you came in. And he's probably posted it like 3 times now down here. Right. You can have it back. You can turn the volume back up now. Okay. So what was it? How come? Right. So I know what the question was.
Okay.
And I can answer this. 21:59. Right. I've obviously been muted. Mods. No, it's because I seriously, if I don't know what it was, I've just read the question on Mum's iPad. It's not on screen. But hang on, I need to hide Scott's because that's really funny on there. Right, so how does DMF miraculously come up with a 6-year-old rum? Without getting into legal, there's one of 2 ways they could do it. The first way is they could use rum that's obviously not a DMF rum. They could buy it in. Because bearing in mind, Halewoods they haven't got to the bottom of this yet. Halewoods have gone into collaboration with Rum 66, which is a Foursquare brand, which is Richard Seal. Now, my point being, would Richard Seal ever go into business with Halewoods? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. So, Rum 66 was definitely 100% a Foursquare product. Is Rum 66 now a Foursquare product? I don't know. I'm out of that little bit of a loop, but I'm kind of curious because Rum 66 was a Foursquare brand. It was Richard Seal. But now, randomly, it's a Halewoods brand. Now, the whole point to this, Rum 66 has, to my knowledge, got a 6-year-old rum. So, DMF, how do they get a 6-year-old rum? There's 2 ways they could do it. One is very clever wording, and I haven't seen a bottle yet, so I don't know how that wording is exactly on their bottle, but it could be very clever wording on there. Because we know for a fact that DMF they haven't been aging, they haven't got 6-year-old rums. They just haven't. Okay? And if they say they have, I'd say prove it, because their distillery that they've kind of, first off, they were importing and blending, and then miraculously they now start distilling in Bristol. Have they got barrel? Look, Halewoods might have invested in some rum years ago. They might have done. But what I would suspect, and I don't know, but what I would suspect that it's a very different rum that they've brought in. So it's not Dead Man's Fingers rum. It's not a 43% Dead Man's Fingers rum. It's a very different rum that they've just spiced up and then kind of matched it with different flavour profiles and all that sort of stuff. So, right, so Rachel, I've just seen this pop up and I'll scroll back up to the thing. Right, so Rachel, Rum 66 is a Halewoods premium brand. Rum 66 is very much a Foursquare brand. And this is what I kind of haven't clarified, and I can't kind of get the little nuances yet because he is Richard Seal. He's one of his brands, it's one of his rums. So how Rum 66 has suddenly become Halewoods, I don't know. Because in my head, Richard Seal and Foursquare are not just going to sell that rum. So I don't kind of know where that's come from. But as for Dead Man's Fingers having a 6-year-old rum, I pretty much bet that it is actually a different rum. Completely and utterly a different rum that they've just imported flavoured up, spiced up, and then bottled as Dead Man's Fingers. So base rum is going to be completely different to their normal spiced. But I promise you now, Rum 66, Hayward's premium brand, it very well may be now, but and this is the thing, am I saying, and this is just a gut feeling, is Richard Seal, is Foursquare going to go into business with Hayward's? If Richard Seal hates plantation with a passion, so is Richard Seal going to go into business with a brand that sells Dead Man's Fingers? I don't really think so. So I don't know what has happened to Hayward or to Rum 66. I really don't. But as of 2 years ago, 2019, 100% 2019, it was very, very much a Foursquare brand. So see, this is the other thing that could have happened as well. There's two other routes that could have gone here. They wouldn't have done the second route. They wouldn't be that bold, but they could have just bought the brand name, Rum 66. They could have just bought that and completely different rums. But I genuinely don't know. It's open to interpretation, but from what we know about Richard Seal and Foursquare, are they going to be making rums for Hayward's? Absolutely no flipping chance. Not a chance in hell. Or as in collaboration, not a chance in hell. So we've got to find what that Rum 66 is now, because it was cracking rum, absolutely amazing rum. But I've got a funny feeling it's not Foursquare rum anymore. I've got a funny feeling it's just whatever it is, it's not Foursquare rum. So that's the big difference. All right. But they keep up with demand if bought it in. But can they? Yeah. But can they keep up with demand if we bought it in? Yeah, obviously, because it's. Let's pick up another blends. What have I got blend wise here? Where's all my blends? I'm just trying to think. I haven't got too many different blends. So, for instance, Duppy Share, Mount Gay, Duppy Share. They're just blends. They will say, right. The spiced rums, especially spiced rums, will be like, right, we want X amount of this. Ship it over to the UK, and then we'll blend it over here. What's this? Worthy Park, and I forget what the rum's in Duppy. In their gold, I know the white rum is Jamaican, but I've got a funny feeling Jamaica and Barbados. I think the Barbados in here might be Foursquare. I'm not sure, but yeah, I haven't paid attention to Hayward's in the last sort of 6 months. So they went off complete random tangents for me, but we do need to dive into this Rum 66 because, as I say, there could be some very clever wording, or they could just have bought the rights to Rum 66. That's all it is. But that's that. So I think that was the question. Yeah. So you're all getting pugnacious. Look, I did run 21:59. Look at all this 21:59. Why is that not coming up on screen? There we go. 21:59. 20. I did. No, if it doesn't pop up on my screen, it doesn't come up. So I'm guessing something in that comment got restricted, but I don't know. Right, question. Oh, Neil's. Oh, look out. Right, yeah, there we go. Question. Need some water now. Of course, my bedtime. It's getting cold out here. Oh, Neil's cut and paste it. Is that what it was? Yay, right. Question, how do BMF? Yeah, he must have cut and pasted it because that's what Kevin wrote. BMF. Right. Oh, Rachel's sharing. Rachel, you don't have to try and prove a point to me. I know. That's why I say something and then people, I don't know what Rachel's trying to say in the Discord, but people think I'm making this stuff up, and I'm really not. I promise you, I'm really not. Cheers, Andy. Thanks for coming. Question, when is T1 allowed? So what have I got in next week's show? Have I got it all in it already? I haven't got the Discord open. So Rachel's on one now, or it might be Kevin taking over Rachel's thing. They're all in the Discord sharing all their bottles and all this. And see, this is Hayward's. I don't care what Hayward's have written on their websites. I don't care about any of that. I don't care, because
what they can write and what could be very cleverly worded is two different things. All right. So that's it. I will get to the bottom of the actual Rum 66 and what's gone on. But I'm pretty much guaranteeing you now that Rum 66 there that Halewoods have got is not the Rum 66 that was you could buy 2 years ago. Pretty much guaranteeing that. Pretty much. And for the life of me, I can't see Richards. He might have done. He might do. I'll be honest, he might do. But I cannot see Richard Seal getting into contact, going into business with Halewoods. Dead man's fingers. No. You're talking to a man that won't. It's like adamantly. You're talking to a man that hates plantation rum, hates them with a passion, absolutely hates them. And you're telling me that he's going to go into business with Halewoods and Dead Man's Fingers? Yeah, no. So we need to find out what's happened to Rum 66. But as I say, it wasn't Halewoods. It was Foursquare. So there we go. I'm going to get sued one of these days. Right, on that note, I don't know what the time is. 10:30. Jesus Christ, no wonder I'm getting cold out here. Right, on that note, thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show. I'm just going to get rid of that, hide that. I don't know what's going on there. Hide messages. So business is money. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but homework for Steve. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. I'm getting a little bit chilly out here now, but I've enjoyed those cocktails. I will see you through the week. We shall see you soon. See you next week.